Darren McMahon's article about happiness the hard way. The reason this article is really interesting is because it helps us come up with a definition of happiness that is realistic. And what I mean by that is sometimes people have the idea that happiness means getting all of your personal needs met really quickly, or being satisfied every moment with how things are going, or feeling pleasure all the time, when in fact that's not at all what happiness really amounts to. Happiness doesn't mean never feeling negative emotions like pain and sadness or even anger. There are really important times, such as when we suffer an irrevocable loss, like the death of a loved one, to feel sadness. Sadness needs to happen, and having that experience doesn't subtract from your ability or your general state of happiness. There's another wonderful body of research showing that seeking happiness in this sort of unidimensional way, that it's all about pleasure all the time, it can be really harmful. June Gruber, the psychologist at Yale, has shown that sort of having excessive positive or extreme positive emotions, or seeking positive emotions all the time in an intensive way, or even expressing positive emotions in the wrong context is associated with being at risk for mania. Another body of research that Dacher, my co-instructor, has done looks at the emotional state of pride, which is one of our sort of quintessential positive emotions, and has shown that when you have too much pride, or you're seeking pride too frequently, you actually suffer socially. You end up being in that category of people that others think of as conceited or somehow inaccessible. A last misconception about happiness that I want to make sure we share with you is the idea that we're going to have a one-size-fits-all cure for anybody who feels like their happiness is not at the level that they'd like it to be. Happiness comes from a lot of different things, and we're going to try to cover this over the next 8 weeks. And for different people, different practices, different pieces of knowledge are going to contribute in more impactful or less impactful ways. And this is an idea that Sonia Lyubomirsky from UC Riverside calls FIT. We're going to have to figure out, and each of you on your own, which of these practices and which of these ideas is most compatible with your general sense of the world. So these are some of the ideas that we hope you'll take with you as you continue to study the science of happiness with us.